My son always says one thing. It's not the Republican thing and the Democrat thing, but it's the Christian thing. Let's be kind to one another, that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's go fishing. You know it's really great. Let's go fishing. In the rivers and on the lakes. Let's go fishing. It's easy when you try. Floating on the water with good old Steve and Mike. Floating on the water with good old Steve and Mike.
All right, folks, welcome to the Let's Go Fishing Show. And, well, Mike, I guess we better fill them in on what happened last week.
Yeah, that's for sure. I'm sure they was trying to find us.
I'm sure they were trying to find us, and we hung out over here at the studio with Brad and Chandler and Dylan, and hoping the power would come back on, but it never did. Or at least 10:30 there last Thursday night when they got it back on. So I'm glad we didn't stay all night. Oh yeah, but we couldn't let anybody know. I mean, we just blowed in here and the red lights was off, and Brad was sitting here with the curtains pulled back and getting up all the sunshine we could get for a little bit of light, and we just kept waiting, but it didn't happen. But anyway, we're back tonight and everything's normal. We've got Chandler Jones is our studio representative right now. Chandler's going to be doing the show. Dylan has moved on to bigger and better things, we hope. And so we've got Chandler over here, which is Brad's son, and he's going to take care of us and keep the show rolling.
That's right.
All righty.
I think he'll do us a good job.
Yeah, he will. Yeah, he'll do just fine. And we're glad to have him, you know. And but like I said, Mr. Dudley Evans, he's exiting the building right now. Time to go home, he said. I see you, Dudley. So anyway, tune in on Dudley's. He's got 2 different shows going over here on, let's see, on Friday night. I think it's at 8 o'clock. They have some singing at the Grove.
Yeah. And
then he's got the Highway to Heaven. And then he also does the news here for Channel 12. So good guy. We like seeing Dudley. All righty. One good thing that's happened here since Mike took that week off, we did get to make a trip or two to Norris over the weekend and caught a few fish.
You did.
Right. Wesley and I went on Saturday night. Let's see, what Saturday night? Yeah, on Saturday night, and like to froze to death.
Yeah, it kind of a little bit windy and
windy and cool. Yeah, it sure was. Yeah, dadgummit. Yeah, and we run off up there and had all kinds of clothes at the house to take, and I knew better. I'd been up there earlier in the year over the years, and in April, go up there and try to catch the walleye and stuff, and you have to have your brown ducks on and a hoodie.
That's right.
Because you get chilled now, ain't no 2 ways about it. And we did Saturday night, and then went back Sunday night, and had Mike with us, so the 3 of us was in the boat. We kind of done a little better. The fish were biting, you know. You just had to get the right bait on and that kind of thing. Also, I got some pictures of one of the boys I worked with last week. He went in there, I don't remember if it's Saturday morning or maybe Monday morning, and he caught 2 largemouth that were 4-pounder plus, and then he had 2 18-inch smallmouth. So there's some pretty fish. We'll show them to you here in a few minutes. But like I said, it's good to be back over here and get back on the air, and it's really good to have a little bit of fishing film. It's hard to do a fishing show without some film, Mike.
Well, it takes time to do it.
I agree. And that's something we seem to be running short of here all of a sudden.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have time to keep up what we need to do. But anyway, Chandler, you want to show us those pictures of those fish before we go to the film? All right, there it is. Look at that nice fish right there, Mike.
Oh, yeah, real nice.
Yes, sir. Now, it's got a smallmouth there. There you go. Yeah, buddy. Nice smallmouth bass right there, too. So, that's, and like I said, he caught 2 18 or better smallmouth and the 2 big largemouth, and then caught 3 or 4 more fish.
He wants to remain anonymous?
Yeah, he wants to remain anonymous. Yeah. So anyway, you know, we caught those early of the morning and on top water. And ain't nothing, I guarantee you, right now it's a good top water time.
That surprised me up there the other night when we put in at 71 degrees. I figured it'd still be up there around 80.
Yeah.
No, it's 71 degrees, so top water don't surprise me at all that they're catching them on top water every morning.
Right. I heard that. Well, they've been catching them fish up there for the last 2 or 3 weeks, first thing of the morning, and I don't know that you couldn't catch a few late in the afternoon. You know, once the sun goes down and right before it gets dark, why, I'd say you probably do the same thing, but they are catching some good fish early of the morning, you know, on top water. So, might take a spinner bait and do the same thing, or chatter bait, you know, because they are in there fairly shallow around the bushes and the treetops and stuff. All righty. With that said, we're going to go to the film, and we got one little segment there. Mike and I were on Watts Bar. We were going to show that last Thursday night when we came over and didn't have the power, so we got a couple of fish there. And then, like I said, Wesley and I were up on Saturday night, and then Mike joined us, and we went back on Sunday night. So go ahead, Mr. Jones, and put the film up. Okay, bye. We got a little audio situation there, and they're going to rewind and reload, and then we'll go back to them here in a few minutes. Want to say hello to Bill and all the viewers that are watching. Mike Pennington. Mike, sometime tonight you ought to give us a call and let us know what's going on with the crappie fishing, because I'm figuring you're still doing the trolling thing, and you may be catching them now. So. All righty, now we'll go back to the film.
Well, he finally got one jump on his sink over there.
He's running, Mike. Yeah, he is.
Halfway decent fish anyway.
Yeah, he just disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just run out there and grabbed that thing, and it just disappeared.
Yeah.
All right, back to water. Yeah, sure did. All right, Mike's got a big old Kentucky fish there now. Just got the camera turned on. I thought we was filming. We wasn't filming. I couldn't see the...
That's what happened last time.
Yeah, sure
All
was.
them fish I catch, you forget to turn the camera.
Well, now, Mike, it's the button. Yeah, well, it's a pretty Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a Kentucky spotted bass, and man, he's pretty.
Yeah, teeth on his tongue. There.
Yeah, got the spot on his tongue and everything. Nice one. Get you another in there, Mike.
All right, we're up here at Norris, first night trip of the year. First night fish of the year right here. Nice smallmouth, good way to start it out.
Yeah. Wes, let's do a little info here. All right, yeah, that fish right there, he's 20, he's 18 better.
Yeah, he's good fish.
Good fish. All right, we're gonna put him back in the water. There he goes. Now, let's started out with a black and black, 1/4 ounce hair jig, and about the 4th cast, got that fish on. He's out here in about 10 to 12 feet of water. We're gonna stick around here and try to get a few more. Wind's a little cool, cool. Wind's blowing. We'll get back with you here shortly. Hopefully we'll have another fish on. Remember our sponsors and Let's Go Fishing. We'll keep you updated on what kind of bait changes we make, and hopefully this breeze will die down and get some warm air in here.
Oh yeah.
Gonna have to put some heavy clothes on.
Yep.
All right.
Let's get another.
All righty. Wes, we got a fish there. That's number 2 in the boat, and I've had 2 get off and caught 1, so we're 2 for 4. We're 50%. We got to do better than that, Wes.
Oh yeah.
All right, back in the water. All right, there Wes is with another pretty good fish. Get him on here. Ah, there we go, got him. All right, buddy. Good deal. Good deal. Yeah, hold on, little man. Good deal. Well, look how red them eyes are on that rascal. He come on with it, didn't he?
Oh yeah. There he
All right, that's number 3 in the boat, and we've missed 3.
is. Yep. There it is.
Okay,
Get him back, get another.
there you go. All right,
All
Les,
right.
got him?
Yeah, Papo back with another nice fish.
Okay.
That's a keeper.
Yeah, and I changed up colors on you too, Wes.
Yep.
I picked that other rod up. It's a little olive green with a little bit of chartreuse
Take
and
a light
a,
off of it.
and a watermelon trailer.
There it is.
Okay. That's
All
what,
right.
number 4?
Number 4 or number
All
5.
There he goes.
There he goes. Get another. All right, there's Paul, another nice fish. I don't know if that one keep, but it'd be close.
Yeah, he's pushing that 18-inch mark anyway.
Yeah, he's close.
All right, back in the water he goes.
Back in the water. Let's get another. All right, there's Paul with a big drum.
Yeah.
We're bet
That blame it, Wes. I'm glad you got him in here.
I knowed you pull a mic.
Yeah, that's what it is. All
All
right,
right, we'll get him back, get another. Get a brown fish.
there you go. All right. Wes got a nice fish right
Healthy
there
fish.
now.
First healthy fish we've had all night.
Yeah, buddy. That's a nice one, Wes.
That's a good 2.5 pounder.
Yeah, buddy. Get him in the water and let's get another. The only problem we got right now is we didn't bring enough clothes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cold.
It's cold. All right.
All right, there's Papo. Nice one. Big female.
Yeah, buddy. All right.
Been eating
Wes.
good. All right.
I don't see nothing on her tail.
No.
Her
it's
belly's pooched out.
Yeah.
All right, back in the water. That's a pretty fish.
Yes, it is. Back in the water she goes. Get another.
Okay, folks, we up here at North Lake, running around. Got Steve there on the dock. We going in here to get him. Got the fella there going after the walleye tonight. Got Wesley trying to captain this boat here. I don't know. He's learning a little bit, slowly, but he's learning some. Now, what'd you say there?
I asked Wesley if he wanted this. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, he might want this glass there. May have a milkshake in there or something.
Coffee.
All right, well, it looks like it's gonna calm down, trying to break off a little bit. Maybe the clouds will move out here and we can get some moon up, see what's going on. May not get as cold tonight as what it was last night. I think they froze to death last night. Anyway, out here and try them a little bit. I think, what'd you catch last night, 9 or 10? 8. Got 8 last night and missed a few, so we'll try them again tonight and see what's going on. Stick with us and remember the sponsors. Let's go fishing.
All right.
How's
there's
our
Papa over
first
there.
fish?
First fish.
Okay.
Not a bad fish.
Oh,
Not at all. All right, there's Papa with another fish. Missed a few, and had a few jump off. That's the first one we got the boat since that first fish. So get him back and get another.
all right, let's get active.
I think we're recording. It shows we're recording. Our Steve was one home finally. He got him another little in there.
Bad fish.
You go west, maybe you can get a little closer shot here.
Got it swaller, ain't
Yep. Come here.
he? All right.
Good.
That's a good one, yep.
Pretty fish.
Yes, it is.
Look at his tail. Okay.
Yep.
All right,
He's been sitting in the mud.
There you go.
Yep, there he goes. Get another.
All right, there Wes is with his first fish for tonight. That's the boy Wes. I think that's probably 4 or 5 we've got in the boat.
Yep.
Back in the water, get you another, bud.
All right. There's Mike with a nice fish. On no watermelon red.
Don't give my secrets away, Weston.
We've got to be giving tips here, Mike.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tips and tricks of the trade here.
Tricks of the trade.
Yeah.
I ain't got no tricks.
You just got lucky.
Just got lucky to on that hook in a good one. I mean a good one.
Need the pliers? There it goes. All right, there he is. Not a bad fish. Not a bad one at all. Let's get another.
Back in the water.
All right, folks, our Wes is with a pretty good fish there now. Good deal.
Made a little change.
Made a little change, made a difference.
Oh, yeah.
All right, get another one, bud.
Let's do it.
All right, got a little glare on it, Wesley. Back off this to her. Yeah, good fish there, Mike. Atta boy, get you another.
All right, there's Papa with a nice fish. Got it right. He popped it off, getting hung up, and he hit it right when it got loose. That don't happen very often. That's a good fish.
Yep.
All right, back in the water he goes. Get another. All right, there's Mike with a small fish. Not long after Papa caught that good one. He's about as long as your hand, but he counts.
Does it count?
All right, let's get another. All right, there's Papa with another nice fish, healthy fish. Don't see many of them on this lake.
Double hooked.
No, he wasn't coming off.
No, come out there, bait. Sure, can't see the hook there. Yeah, buddy. Rest with you. There we go. Yeah,
There he is. That's a nice one.
boy.
All right. Let's get another.
Yep. All right, we're back. Well, Mike, you know, we did catch a few fish. I tell you what, the most I wish. Did you see that green crawdad that Wesley had?
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Look, I call it green. It was the son of a gun looked like it's chartreuse. I mean, he was bright. How in the world that thing? I don't know. You know.
When they're molten or something.
Yeah, but yeah, that was that fish had that crawdad in his belly, and Wesley hooked him, and we got him in, and the crawdad was coming out of his mouth. And buddy, it was a bright green. I'm telling you. All right, we're gonna take this call right here.
Hello, caller.
Hey, Steve and Mike.
Hey, Mike Pennington, how are you, brother?
Well, I'm doing good. Crappies are about done.
Ah, I was afraid you might say that. Yeah. Have you been catching some of them? I mean, are you still trolling?
I haven't been. A friend of mine's been going, and he said he's down about 6 or 7 a day, and maybe a lot of throwbacks, which that's a good sign for next year.
Yeah.
But most of them have spawned out, and they're moving out to the deeper water for the summer.
Right. Okay. That's kind of what I figured. Just wanted to get, hold on just a minute, Mike. Hey, Charlie.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm here doing the fishing show, and I called you by mistake, but I'm glad I got a hold of you. Have you got a good fishing report for us?
No, sir.
You
I
don't?
do not.
Well, anyway.
I caught some fish, Steve, last Saturday.
Yeah.
I probably had 17 pounds, but I mean, that was just an exceptional day because the next closest thing to me is like, was 12, and I had a 5.4, so,
Yeah.
you know, that kind of made up for it. There's some fish to be caught in the Cedar Creek area. Any trees or something you want to get around, white chatterbait with a fluke on it, or just a fluke by itself. You know, there's a lot of 2.5 pound fish that'll bite.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds good, Charlie. I showed some pictures of the boy there at work. He he had 2 largemouth, 4.5 pound apiece, and then he had a couple of 18, a little better than 18 keeper smallmouth. He had 2 of those, and he caught about 6 more fish that, you know, wasn't that size, but was nice fish too. And he caught them all on top water, and he said he quit at 9 o'clock. So.
Well, I ain't gonna lie to tell you, I have a few small ones on top water, but I ain't had nothing to be size bit of top water this year.
Huh. Well, that's what he likes to throw, so that's what he's throwing, and he said he caught every fish he caught on the top water plug, and more than likely it was that Zara spook, the baby Zara there.
The baby Zara?
Yeah. So he likes.
Like I said, I've thrown the small spook, I've thrown the big spook, and I just can't get a good fish hit.
Right. All right, Charlie. Good to hear from you. I appreciate that report, man. Keep us. We'll be here on Thursday nights. Anytime you want to call in.
All right, buddy. We'll see you then.
See you, buddy. Good to hear from you.
You too.
All right, bye, buddy. Okay. You still there, Mike?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. All right. I hope you heard what Charlie had to say about Norris there. They are catching some fish up there, and early in the mornings, you know, seems to be real good for the top water bite, and then later on in the afternoon, it gets more territory what we're trying to fish with. But Mike and I were just sitting here talking about that crawdad that smallmouth had in his mouth was, what did you say it was, Mike? It was chartreuse. I mean, hey, that son of a gun was chartreuse as I'm sitting here. I'm telling you, I couldn't believe it. Wesley had it out in his hand. We was looking at it and throwed it back in the water, and it took off too. That smallmouth had just ate it. You'd think, you know, it hadn't been but just a few minutes before he got it. I guarantee it. And but that was the dangest color on that thing. You know, we've caught a lot of fish with crawdads flopping, thrown out in the bottom of the boat that was brown and orange, and even had some blue on them and this, that, and the other. But that son of a gun there, he sure was green. I mean, he was a bright green. And
Well, that's because when Mike done them minnows green, he dyed that crawdad.
yeah, it might have been. He's let some of that dye out in the wrong place, ain't he?
I thought that
It's
one.
about time to night fish for the crappie.
Yeah.
If we can get a few deep at night with the lanterns and everything.
Oh yeah, I guarantee it. If it's not now, it's going to be here shortly. Put it that way. So,
Yeah, when that water gets back up in the high 80s there at night, it'll be about right.
Right. I heard that.
But other than that, that's about all I know to tell you right offhand.
10-4. Well, that sounds pretty good, old buddy. Without a doubt. Sounds real good.
Maybe we can do a night trip on Washbar one night here pretty soon.
Well,
It's full moon.
Yeah, that sounds good. This next moon coming up, it ought to be a dandy right there. You know it?
Yeah.
It sure
So we'll
should.
just keep in touch and try to work it out then.
All right, Mike, that sounds good, buddy.
All right, y'all have a good evening.
Good to hear from you, bud. Okie dokie. All right, well, that sounds good. Said the crappie bite was slowed down, and I was hoping it'd still be going pretty good. But Tony, he's showed those that he caught the other week, and what was it? He had 6, I believe, it was 6 or
that's
7.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago when he had those 6 or 7. You know.
Actually, 3 weeks ago when he caught them.
Yeah. So it's hard to say, but the fish. There's a few still on the beds, I guarantee you, and they'll be coming off, and they'll get out there. They're hungry, when they come off the bed, they're ready to eat.
Yes, sir.
So catch a lot of them that way. All righty, we're going to take a sponsor break and come right back. Hey folks, here at Tim's Tires, there's the times that they're open. The day, that's 5 days a week. They're open from 8 to 12:30 on Saturdays. All right, folks, we're inside here in the warehouse. Just wanted to give you a quick look at all the tires and stuff they got. And here we are. There's some four-wheeler tires, lawnmower tires, just a mixture of about any kind of tire you want. So keep that in mind. Then here we get into the light truck, automobiles, that kind of thing. So just walk through here and give you a quick look at what they've got in stock here. I mean, it's it's just, I don't know, man. They must be a couple of thousand tires in here right now, if not more. Sizes, shapes. You truckers, you know the word. This is a place to get your tires for your trucks. And these over here, getting a little bigger sizes. Light trucks, heavier automobiles, this kind of thing. And as you can just see back through there, it's just, heck, I don't know, this building's probably about 300 feet. One end to the other, and they're wall to wall. Remember Tim's Tires, folks. That's down here on Highway 27 on your way into Harriman, and get the best deals they're going. So give them a call, price check, whatever you want to, and if you want a special tire that they might not have, you could. They'll definitely get it for you. Tim's Tires. All righty. Tim's Tires, folks. Like I said, that building's full of tires. And so if you need some tires, make it through the summer or get you into the next winter or whatever the case may be, give them a chance to earn your business down there. I mean, they've got plenty of tires, Mike. There's no doubt about that.
Yes, sir.
So let them know we appreciate Tim's Tires, and they're good people, and we try to trade with them every time we get a set of tires. We definitely go there first. That's about the only place we have to go.
That's right.
They wind up getting them for us for whatever we want, and they're having what we want right there. So we're in business. But do remember our sponsors, and want to thank BBB Communications over here for working with us through this pandemic thing, and so we kind of keep the show going. So we're hoping things will just get bigger and better here, Mike, in the next months to come. Get back to some kind of normal.
Oh man, I'm telling you.
Yeah. So we're tickled to death. We do have to wear masks on the buses at work. We got released to that over the weekend, and if you've been vaccinated, let me say that if you've been vaccinated, you just have to wear it on the bus, going in and coming out. If you haven't been vaccinated, then you've got to wear it all the time.
Yeah.
So that's just some of the safety things there we go through at work. We're happy to be there, glad we have a job, and everything's rolling right along. So, but back to the fishing part of it, we were throwing, I had a green, kind of an olive color green with some chartreuse in the back of it. I think we showed it there, been bouncing around my hand. On Friday night, or Saturday night when Wesley and I went, started out with a black and black. That's just normal. If you had one bait to fish on that lake, no matter what it would be, it'd be black.
Yeah, day or night.
Day, night,
Winter,
top
summer.
water, winter, summer. You can always catch a fish on a black jig. You know, I mean, it may take a few minutes, and it may take an hour or so, but I guarantee you'll catch a fish on it. Winter, summer, spring or fall, and it's just a good bait to start out with.
That's for sure.
And so that's what I had that green looking bait on one rod and the black on the other rod, and the fourth cast I caught that first fish there on Friday or Saturday night that Wesley and I got on film there, and well, you heard me say it there, heck, we had 3 fish in the boat and missed 3. So had 3 more hooked and didn't get them in, and so, you know, but that's a good color to start out with. Now, you know, we're gonna try to go back. I mean, that's my plan is to make it up there on the weekend, one night each weekend. And as we progress on into the summer, we'll you know, throw a jig with a little more color to it, a little more flash to it. If you could, you know, say that part of it, I guess we'll just kind of throw what we've thrown for years, and if they doesn't pick up on that, then we'll move into some other colors. But you know, we've caught a lot of fish on black and red. The brown has been a good one, and solid black, and then we got into the multicolored skirts, Mike.
Yeah.
With the glitter in them. Shucks, what is it?
Watermelon, green pumpkin.
Watermelon,
Right
green pumpkin, or the watermelon and the gold flake, and the heck, what's that jig we buy over at Jim's? Copper crawl. We got into the copper crawl, and purple's a good color.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can't beat purple. I mean, it's always a good color. You just kind of got to experiment a little bit, and you know, till you find the color that they want. And up there the other night, now, shucks, we caught some fish pretty quick, and then I hit a dead spell there that I couldn't get a bite for nothing. And I'd alternate between the black and the olive green color, and just couldn't get one to bite it. And finally got a bite, and got another bite, and so it just went through a spell there. They didn't want to bite it like they did when we first started.
Yeah, that's right.
The first, I don't know, we was there about an hour, I guess, before it started getting dark, and they seemed to be biting. Now, one thing that hampered Wesley and I on Saturday night was that dang wind.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We stayed over on the left-hand side. Wind was coming out of the north, and and we stayed, just picked a few places that we could, knew it wasn't too bad windy, because we tried 2 or 3 places over on the eastern side of the lake, and shucks, we couldn't. The rollers was coming over the side of the boat.
That's right.
I mean, it was white-capping there in the sloughs. And so I told Wesley, I said, let's just go on back over on the other side and get somewhere in the calm. I said, and which we did, and we caught several fish, on the calm side, but it was tough fishing on that windy side.
Yeah. You didn't have much boat traffic there Saturday night.
No, didn't have much boat traffic. It was fine and dandy. I mean, as far as that goes, there on Saturday night when the wind was up and it's kind of cool. So Sunday night when we went back was a little better.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to happen. So Ed Galt, you better get up there and catch them quick before Mike gets lined out and catches all of them out. Yeah.
That's right.
For sure. All right, we're going to take another sponsor break, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Let people know what we represent.
That's what we're all about. We do try to do an honest day's work for the people, and we've got operators from all over the DOE sites, TVA sites, the outside contractors. We're just about everywhere you see a heavy piece of equipment, good chance that you'll see an operating engineer on it, rather it be Barnhard. I'd like to mention them, All Crane, and all of them that's signatory to us. We have over 100 contractors that's signatory to us, so I definitely appreciate those guys all the way in Chattanooga, Kingsport, Tullahoma, throughout all the way up to Johnson City. So we do cover a big area, and just let us know if we can be any help to local contractors that come through these areas. We'll definitely send you some people.
All right, David. I appreciate all those good words, and we'll get this on the air, and I want to thank you again.
Thank you.
All right, folks, we're back, and appreciate that interview there with David Ray at IUOE, and them sponsoring the show, keeping us going here. We definitely couldn't make it without them. All righty. Mike, did you see or feel anything, feel like anything was any different this our first night trip than?
Well, I seen a few schools of minnows. Of course, most of the time we sat in either 15 or 20 foot range.
Right.
A few times there on the depth finder, I seen a few schools of minnows, and then there for a while, you seen a few little minnows beside the boat under the black light there, or the green light, let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
You have to bring them up, but there was some little ones there, and every once in a while you'd see one a little bigger that was probably about 2 inches long or something. But them others seemed awful small.
Yeah.
Like they was about half to 3/4 or something. But they wasn't real thick, but you could see a few of them coming around the boat and stuff. So that water being as cool as it was, I think that had a lot to do with it. It probably cooled down some with that weather coming in like it did. But, when we was down there at Watch Bar, we was looking at 80-degree water,
Yeah.
I don't know if Norse ever got that warm or not.
I don't know if it got that warm and cooled off, but I figure it got up in the mid 70s. It should have, you know.
Yeah.
And
I don't think it got that warm because them fellas still catching them on top of water. Of course, them smallmouth in that clear water, they can come out of 20 foot of water, blinky eye, you know,
yeah,
and hit something. But I just don't think that water's warmed up that much up there like it has on Watch Bar.
right. I'm like you, you know. The cool weather came in and put the temperature down a little bit. And, so it could have been in the mid 70s, but you know, it may have been even a little warmer because we had. It actually started. It was pretty cool Friday night, and then it was cool Saturday night, and then just a little bit warmer on Sunday night.
Well, anytime you're looking at them 70-degree temperatures, you can figure them largemouth is going to be active, but them smallmouth, they're going to stay back out there when that water starts getting up there in them 70s. They're going to start backing out, and the warmer that water gets, the deeper they're going to get, you know.
Right.
They just don't like that hot water.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with
They
that.
will run up and feed every once in a while, but, you know, for 30 minutes, hour or something, and then they're right back out there in that deep water, if that's what they got to do to come in and get the minerals or whatever.
Right. Well, you know, it's, I really hate that we didn't get up there in that April moon. I wanted to get up there and throw a jerk bait some, but we just never did get the opportunity to go. And I think when the moon was pretty well full in April, it was cloudy and rainy and that kind of thing. We didn't really get an opportunity to try it, but I did want to do that. So we're kind of late getting started up there this year.
They are.
You know, before we've been up there a few trips in April and throw a jerk bait around and that kind of thing, and we just this year we just hadn't had the opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, to get up there and try them. So I just been looking forward to this little warm up and the moon full and May and so now here we are in June, so we got, you know, but we catch them, you know, in the moonlight, and sometimes we catch more in the dark than we do with the moon.
That's right.
And I think that's because we don't match the color that they're looking for in that clear water and that bright moonlight. You know, they kind of get a little finicky.
Yeah, I think when it's bright like that, they kind of do like they do in the daytime. They kind of try to find somewhere to get out of the direct light to where they can hide and blend in with the bottom and stuff and get their prey. When it's black like that, they just go wherever they want to.
Yeah, yeah. That's for sure. But anyway,
I've seen them largemouth and stuff. It'd be one twig of grass sticking up.
Oh yeah.
And he'd be sitting beside it, shaded, one eye shaded with that, you know.
Yeah.
So a sinkhole or something in there, and he'd come out there and after it, you know. So they're pretty sensitive to that light way.
Right, I agree with that. It makes a difference on us night fishing and that kind of thing. I mean, you know, they just sometimes they're hitting real good, but we, you know, when we got a lot of moonshine and we try to lighten up the color. It's a watermelon or something clear with a little bit of flake in it or something. I mean, we just back off on the solid colors, but then you turn right around and you throw a black jig out there and they just knock the fool out of it.
Yeah, yes sir. Black spinner bait or a dark purple spinner bait, or you may have to have one faded out.
Right.
Almost white looking, you know.
Yep.
Just depends on what they want.
Figuring that out is the whole key to the whole thing.
Sometimes
so you got to be able to change baits. You know, I said, I'm going to make 10 casts with this bait, and I'm going to make 10 with this bait, and 10 with that bait, till I figure out which one.
Yes, sir.
Which one they want.
Sometimes it may not be the bait, it may be the trailer behind it.
Yeah.
You may need something with a little chartreuse, something with some orange on it.
Yeah.
Or just watermelon or green pumpkin or anything, you know, you can't never tell.
Right.
I know we used to catch a lot on that purple spinnerbait with that frog rind on it.
Yeah. Yeah, and hadn't had a bite on a frog chunk in 10 years. Or longer. But it used to be a killer. I mean, you know, you had to take a purple spinnerbait and put a brown chunk or either that frog chunk on it, and you know, catch fish.
That's right.
But shucks, like I said, I hadn't had a bite on a frog chunk up there for a long time.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess that's why I got about 5 jars of it sitting there in front of the boat. But hadn't done any good with it, you know. And so change, that's the key. That right there, yeah, just change up the color of the bait, the trailer, or something.
It ain't that much different than what's for down there. You know, you may go down there and fish all night with a spinnerbait and never get a strike, and throw a dang worm and get eat up.
Yeah, I hear you. We've seen it happen.
Yeah, Carolina rig with a lizard or anything like that. You just have to keep changing till you find something that they want.
Right. But that color of that crawdad that fish spit up our own Wesley there was a shocker. I mean, that son of a gun. I wished I took a picture of it. I didn't, you know, I didn't get a picture of it. I was just looking at it there in Wesley's hand and didn't think much about it. I wish now I took a picture of it because I hadn't seen a crawdad that color. That you know, a fish had spit up or whatever.
Seen some schools of them there one time back there next to Andersonville Dock when I was in the holler back there and shining light in there to get a bait loose, and they was just like schools of them small crawfish going
running
through
off.
there
Yeah.
with that chartreuse look to them.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that lobster job it didn't spit up? It was a red and black when I caught that big smallmouth, and he was in 2 foot of water up there.
Yeah.
And throwed him up in the boat, and he throwed that big crawfish out, and it looked like a lobster. It was so dang big, it was big as your hand.
Yeah. But they like to feed on them crawdads, and I don't blame them. Now, we had some fish, some of the fish we caught was spitting up shad.
Oh, yeah?
You know?
Yeah.
But they're opportunists, man. They, you know, what if something comes by, it's easy pickings, they gonna grab at it.
Oh, yeah, I guarantee you.
There ain't no 2 ways about it. And you just got to be ready to make a few changes. If what you're throwing's not working, change up on something.
Yes, sir.
And you know, we're looking forward to the whole summer and getting to make a trip once a week at least up there and fish. And I am going to go to Watts Bar a time or two, Mike.
Yes, sir.
We used to catch a lot of fish down there every night, and then we just absolutely quit, I guess, or the fish quit and we quit. But that little old brown peanut jig was just a killer.
It was.
I mean, shucks, far you'd pull in on a point there or just fish down the bank, throw that thing over there, and they'd be all over it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm gonna try them. We'll try them a lick or two here come this month sometime and see if we can catch them down there every night.
Yes, sir.
So anyway, let's see. Let's go to another sponsor break. Hey folks, here at Edgemore Outdoors, we're going to run inside and shoot some film. Don't forget Edgemore Outdoors over here on Edgemore Road. Hey folks, we're in here at Edgemore Outdoors. Man, the place has been packed with people.
The reason being because this is the best sporting goods store this side of the Mississippi River. So if you want to get in here and get you something, you better come by, see Jim and Vance and Jeannie here at the Edgemore Outdoors. They've got everything you might need to fish with, whether it be from a boat or from the bank or whatever. Rods, reels, the walls are lined with baits, tackle. I mean, just great store. Jim's been a sponsor of the show for a long time, and we really appreciate him and his family. And but do get by here and visit with them at Edgemore Outdoors. Live bait, just everything in the world. We'll just take a little quick stroll down through here. Jim said he was tired of seeing Vance on the TV every Thursday night, so he wanted me to get somebody besides him. I'll take that back. He didn't say that, but I thought about it. All right, Vance, what kind of special you got for us today?
Got all kinds of specials in here today.
Got all kinds of specials today. Anything in particular? Got a good sale on reels, rods?
We got some, we've been selling a bunch of these Corrados and Shimano SLX reels with the digital chips in them here lately.
Mm-hmm.
We got them in right and left. And
Okay.
We got a few of them right now, but it's a good reel. One of them's $189.99 and the other one's $249.99.
That's guaranteed not to backlash, is that right?
Well,
I'm just
you
kidding.
need to set the reel correctly, but when you set the reel right, it is really hard to backlash them. It works really well. We tested them when they come out to make sure that everything worked good. We got them.
Okay.
And they've been going good for us here.
Good deal, Vance. And that price on that's what?
There's one of them is $189.99 and the other one's $249.99.
All right. All right, Vance, we appreciate it. Folks, do get by here and visit Edgemore Outdoors. Can't go wrong. I think you'll be well satisfied once you come in the door. All right, we're back. Got a little Edgemore Outdoors there. While we got a minute here, we better talk about Reynolds Racing and Marine. I called down there to this afternoon, talked to Glenn, see what all was going on, this, that, and the other, and he had a customer on the phone on the other line. He said he'd get back with me, which he didn't. But that's all right, you know. He's making deals and swapping bills.
Yeah, told me he had a bunch of motors ordered if he could just get them in.
Yeah. You know, this it's not a. This outboard motor right now is a tough commodity to track down. There's only a few of them in this part of the country.
Yeah.
And Mike's sending Wesley to get one of them tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, you know, the pandemic, they just don't have the people working to build them. And they're in short supply, I can tell you.
Everything you try to buy anymore is like that.
It is. It definitely is. Definitely.
If it ain't in short supply, it's the hackers that have been after them or something. Somebody said the price of meat doubles there.
Yeah.
Because that deal on that hacking that meat outfit.
Right. But you know, like you said, it's affecting everything.
Mm-hmm.
The used car business, they're begging for used cars because they can't get any new ones.
Mm-mm.
You know, and it's it is. It's
I'm just glad there ain't no shortage on them fish.
yeah, I am too, Mike. That's a fact. But yeah, it's it has affected everything. And it's no doubt about it. I mean, it's been that way, and so now we're paying the, you know, paying the price for it, doing without a whole lot.
Oh, I guarantee you that.
You know, so shucks, it wasn't nothing to go around the corner and find a boat dealership with the boats and motors for sale. Now the dealerships are still there, but there's nobody there to mind the store, and there's nothing there to sell. Hard to sell a boat without a motor.
Well, it's hard to get a boat too. They ain't got the hardware to rig it with.
That's a fact. So
Stuff to build it out of.
yeah, we're learning all this stuff firsthand here because Mike's been on the prowl trying to find one, and he's finally located one, and so he's gonna send after it. I reckon tomorrow or the next day one, try to get it here. But it's really got a damper on things. All righty. We've got about 6 minutes left, and we've got some more sponsor time we want to take up. We're just going to try to get back up on Norse and catch some more fish, do what we have to do to get them to bite and that kind of thing. We've got some bad weather right to the north of us, I think, coming in, or could possibly hit in here tonight. So we'll see how that turns out for tomorrow.
We want to appreciate all them people that's watching. Some of our friends like Jeff and Phillips and Ed and several others,
Yeah, all you folks that we know personally and that we don't know you, we appreciate you watching the show. And if you got something you want to talk about or fish story you want to tell or whatever, give us a buzz over here. We'd be glad to talk with you. And
still hadn't heard nothing from Mike Jolly?
No, I hadn't. And well, honestly, I blame that on myself, Mike. I hadn't even thought to call him. I guess I better make me a big note here, hadn't I?
Yeah.
See
what's up with his crew.
Yeah, I'd like to have him here to come over one night and tell us what's going on with the fish population and stuff.
Yeah, still stocking the Florida strains in Watch Bar, or they putting them in any other lake, how's the walleye deal going? They've put a few times they've stocked a few of them in Watch Bar.
Yeah.
Some of them starting to show up too,
Yeah, they are. They are that, without a doubt, for sure. They're catching some walleye down there, have been for the last couple of 3 years or so, that didn't find any. To them out to have a whole lot. So, that program there is definitely working, no doubt about it.
Yeah, they're getting bigger.
They're getting bigger, sure are. All righty. Folks, God bless you all. Be safe, wear your life jacket, and we'll see you next week.
Hey folks, I'm here at Reynolds Racing and Marine, 620 Ray Street here in Kingston. Got Mr. Glenn Reynolds here with us. Glenn, tell us about this beautiful bullet boat sitting here.
Okay, this is the latest deal. It's called SST. It's 21 foot long. Has a lot of key features inside. It's actually got three. It's got three coolers, so you keep your beverages plenty cool. Got a little wider front end up front. And it's got the recessed foot pedal for the new Spotlight trolling motors that I'm going to try to sell Steve one.
Yes, sir.
And it's a pretty silver and red.
Boy, it's beautiful. It really is.
Got the new 250R.
250R on that thing, folks. Man, this thing looks sharp.
It's just one boat. Of course, we got it in the background here.
Yeah.
We've got several side-by-sides.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And then...
there's the big 5-seater. That's a 5-seater. Man. Dadgone it, Glenn.
We've got a lot of side-by-sides.
Yes, sir.
And then we've got, of course, this is
Allison.
This is the Allison Color Pro Series.
Yeah.
It's called a Pro Elite.
Pro Elite, okay.
And it's got, I guess here is some of the different pictures.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. It's got a TV screen in the front.
Yeah. And then it raises it up because it's called an E-pad.
Right.
And Allison has a patent on this, I think. And you can raise it up where you can, if you're a tall guy, you can still see
it. Yeah, yeah.
That's sort of unique. And then, of course, we've got the Allisons and the bullets on this side.
Right. Oh, man. We've got the twin yellows here, don't we?
Got the twin yellows, one's
Yes,
yellow
sir.
and white, one's yellow and black.
Yeah.
This one will be in Mercury's brochure. I went down and made some pictures at Joe
Oh.
River Lake, and it should be coming up pretty soon in the brochure.
Right, right.
And of course, it has the E-pad, it has the
It's the
spot
spot
lock.
lock, uh-huh.
I call it Ultrex.
Right.
Now this is called a 21 RDC. It's a raised deck
Right.
wheel console,
Uh-huh.
and it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, and it's
It's one of my favorites.
It's a beautiful
Runs
boat.
good.
yes, sir.
And now it's got the new 300R on it.
Uh-huh. 300.